Welcome back to a rainy episode today. It's very rainy. Yeah, wet, cold. Took me a while to get going this morning and come out here, but we did. We're out here, so we get going. So, washer button, washer, flasher, hazard switch. That's the one. Hasn't arrived yet. Stuck in the middle of nowhere in parcel to go Hermes World. I'm not sure it's ever going to turn up now, so we might have to order another one. But what has turned up, not the Holy Grail, but an unbranded box with a Denso flow meter, MAF sensor in it. And that's going to cure all our problems. As we know, the world will just be perfect after this. We'll fit this, engine will rev, the car will be automatically finished. It'll be road legal. Oh, what a life. I can't wait to fit this. It's going to be brilliant. It'll change the world. It's like the internet, this. If we are low on fuel for driving, we still ain't going to get any. Haven't got none around here. So, yeah, still got half a tank of diesel, but Frank don't like diesel. So I think the first thing to do is we're just going to fit this, see what makes a difference, see if it makes our day positive or negative, and then we'll work out what we're doing next. Because it's, as I said, pissing down. Garage leaks sometimes when there's a heavy rain. It's not leaking too much just at the moment. And before we get going, we already know we've got pulled pork for tea and pulled beef. But I need to pick up some rolls and some potato products to go with that. We've got corn on the cob as well. That's what we're having. Alright, let's fit this and make some noise. Alright, moment of truth, I've tried to flip it around a little bit just to make it a bit more vertical, just for the moment. But let's just see if it makes any difference whatsoever, and then we'll move on. Fingers crossed, guys, it's the first time as well. I don't know why the immobiliser started working recently, so... Well, as you heard, guys, not much better, but I definitely better a little bit. It was definitely ticking over a lot nicer there than it was just now. And it got a bit more pickup, but still, obviously, there's something majorly wrong still. So yes, it hasn't fixed the world. The world is still the same. Wars still go on. Yeah. Well, that spurred me on for the rest of the day. Now I know people are saying you've changed loads of the inlet manifold and you need a map in and all this sort of stuff. Mostly, and I do agree with you. But there was at some point, I swear, it used to run better in this sort of configuration. So something's got worse, or I've done something at some point, because I tried to check things every time I did stuff. Like when we fitted the charge cooler, we ran it and it seemed okay. Once we did all the inlet manifold, we took that off and it ran okay. When we changed all the inlet piping and the MAF sensor wiring. So I just can't think now when things went wrong and what's gone wrong. Could just be still lack of fuel, but normally the fuel injection stuff either starts or it don't start. You know, it gets a little bit rough for a second and then just dies. But yeah, could be just skimming the fuel tank, but I don't know. Oh, let's find something else to do. Okay, as it's raining, I thought it would be quite gratuitous, or whatever the word would be, to do the windscreen wipers. So yeah, we've got the old Rover 100 wiper motor assembly there, so that all fits up. I had to tweak it slightly because of the Subaru bulkheads in a slightly different position, but it goes in. So normally what I do on some of these conversions, depending if you're doing older cars that have got a slightly different wiper motor, sometimes you can fit the donor cast wiper motor, so actually the Subaru wiper motor, you'd replace this, and I've done that before. But for some reason I threw all that away, so we've kept this, because I'm thinking, well, it's a slightly newer car, so it'll be alright. So we've got 5 wires here on this plug, 5 pins. We've got 5 on this one. So in my thinking, 5 and 5 must work, mustn't it? Only downside is I didn't keep the original plug, which was annoying me, I don't think. I should have done off the Rover. Again, I got rid of the stuff so quick because I needed to. And if you can do these conversions and you can keep the donor car sitting somewhere, you always will pick stuff off it. So we basically need to extend the wires anyway. So what we could do with is trying to find a 5-pin plug of some kind that we can use to extend the wires with. So let's have a look. My luck's turning, guys. I found the plug for the wiper motor. I did actually save it. Amaze balls. So yeah, wow. That goes on there. I can't find it, I just found it in a box out there, and I found the windscreen wipers as well. Well, although I do know I'm missing, I think, are the little angled plastic bits that go on the top and the nuts on there. I knew I should have kept them somewhere. But anyway, it's a start. Strip this wiring down, see how much we've got, and then yeah, figure out a wiring diagram, I guess. Okay, I do apologise about the noise of the rain, but we chopped the Subaru plug off. We could look at the wiring diagram online. Hello Tariq, say hello Tariq.
Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, not bad. This is Tariq, one of my neighbours. Is it raining? Is it raining out there?
Yes, a bit, mate.
Yeah.
What are you working on today?
Well, I was trying to fix the engine from Revving and it didn't work.
Alright.
My new part, so we're moving on to the wiper motor, thinking it's quite a thing to do today because it's raining.
Brilliant, mate. Looking good though.
Why aren't you out there still training?
Yeah, it makes me.
Alright, you take these, boys.
That's right.
See you later. Tariq, media easier. He helps me sometimes. A bit of editing and bits and bobs. He did the sting for me. So yeah, I think this kid plays for Crystal Palace or something, juniors or something. I don't know. I should talk to him more, shouldn't I, really? But anyway, so yeah, wiring diagram. We could look it up online. I've got to go pick the daughter up in a minute because it's raining. But I'm thinking, there's some black wires here. We've joined the black wire to the black wire. There's a red wire. We can join the red wire to the red wire. And we can see what happens. We'll put a meter on it because normally with wiper motors, when the ignition's on, or even when the ignition's off, there's always a 12 volts going to us. Because it needs 12 volts to do the self-park. And then obviously once you do your wiper motor reliever, you get extra voltages on different wires. So it's just a case of doing that and figuring that out. But anyway, let's go get the daughter and yeah, back in a minute. Okay, I've just bared the ends of the wires on the Subaru loom and I've just been mucking about with the ignition on, ignition off, wiper stalk up, down, you know, different positions, and seen that obviously some of the wires change voltage, and there's also, it seems like it sort of like gives 10 volts and it gives 4 volts. I guess that's maybe depending on the speed of the wiper motor and stuff. But we've definitely got a positive on there that comes on when you turn the ignition on, so that's the feed for the main wiper motor. So yeah, figure something out. Okie dokie, still raining. Lots of taxi runs I've just had to do. So been coming back and been just touching wires. I'm thinking, oh, black, go black, that must be right. And then it's like nothing's happening on the wiper motor. I'm touching all the wires and thinking, well, it should be turning. So I'm just checking out the pin out and stuff, and I've just noticed that this plug, even though it fits, seems to be not the right one. So the black wire, as you can see there, is going to there, but it should be in the middle pin. Obviously, me thinking, oh, I've managed to find the wiper motor plug. I haven't. This is just another plug, which somehow just so happens to fit. So I'll just double check what I'm talking about. Yeah, there's definitely no reason for it to be going to that corner. So yeah, we're going to see if we can repin this plug as soon as I've got it. Okie dokie, another trip to take the wife to work, stop to get some logs for the fire, and yeah, shut the garage door because it's just pissing down. It's either just blowing down and making the door flap down and hit the back of the car, or if I put it too far up, it's pouring water into the garage. So yeah, look at the water down there, which is not very good next to electrical wires. It's all coming down from the ceiling up there. But anyway, we've got to sort the garage doors out at some point, but I'm still not fully through all my work. But anyway, the good news, we've actually got something. I cheated and I looked at the wiring diagram online of the Subaru wiper motor, and we've connected it up just by tying the wires together for the moment, so we know what we're doing. So ignition on. First one is intermittent. Look, it stopped, and the pause I had just now watching this, I was going, come on, start. And I was waiting, and then it did it again. Brilliant. Next one, medium speed. Lovely. Next one, faster speed. So all good. Little squirt of the washers there. Squirt of the washers. Squirt of the washers. Lovely. We've got something to work. We'll just wire that up, wrap it all in electrical tape, or canvas tape that we've got. And we can see if we can find the nuts and bolts to bolt it in. Is this as painful to watch as it is doing it? Because I am ballsing this up big time. But, oh well. Guess what? I've turned off the launch control. And guess what? Honestly, this isn't the only thing that was a problem. The MAF definitely helped. But listen. Okay, it's been very annoying that I've managed to lose those black plastic things with big nuts that hold the wiper in. I knew I'd lose him, and I did lose him. I should just put things back, Matthew. On. Screw things on instead of just leaving them around. If anyone could go back through the last 100 videos and tell me where I left them, that'd be great. Otherwise, I think it's going to be on eBay again tonight, trying to find them. Okay, we're going to wrap up for today. I can't find those little plastic things. I've seen a brand new set on eBay, so 12 quid. So if I can't find them and no one shouts later saying, I've got a set, I shall buy them. So yeah, things we've learned, morals of the story, don't play with settings. Although sitting here, after that, I'm sitting here going, why would the launch control cause that problem? Because the launch control should only be on when the clutch is down and in gear. But then there was also a setting in there to do with valet mode, and you have to set that sort of thing, and so maybe that was causing a problem as well. So maybe I just didn't know what I was doing. But I still think the MAF sensor was wrong. I could put the old one back to prove a point and stop all the doubters. But I'm a channel that always looks forward, we don't look back. So let's not worry about what caused the problems. We've sorted the problems out together, we're moving on. So yeah, pissing down the rain, but actually got a few successful things done today, which is quite a surprise because halfway through the day I wasn't expecting it. So off to go cook the pulled pork and upload a video. Alright, stay safe, and I shall see you soon. Thank you for all the support. If you want to help me in any way, please check out the description. There's links there, Patreon pages, Amazon wishlist. If you've got some junk that you think will fit on the car, let me know. And yeah, and we ordered another flasher unit, so one of them will turn up. Bye bye.